Cloud9 versus Tyloo. A best of one, and already the Chinese team has done damage, now facing Cloud9, a tough adversary, and it's a new Cloud9. I even have an ex-Cloud9 member hanging out with me. Hello, Mr. Gares.
Hey.
We're commentating together.
I know, this is the first.
I'm excited. This is our first, this is our debut.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous.
Me too. Because well, you treated Lauren with such incredible grace. I feel like, you know, I am expecting the same treatment.
I would love to do that for you.
Yeah. It's been a long day. I'm perhaps a little less graceful than usual, but I'm looking forward to it all the same. And you can see the rosters getting ready. Cloud9, I mean, these guys have been riding quite the wave of hype ever since they've finally locked down some form of roster. I have to, of course, add an asterisk to that. Zelsis at the moment playing as well in lieu of Golden due to health issues. And they did manage to push FaZe all the way to the grand finals of E-League.
They did, yeah. They managed to push them to the finals. They beat them the first time around, actually. They beat Big as well in that event. They had a lot of very good maps, and they just happened to crumble at, you know, that last hurdle, particularly on Train, obviously, where Guardian just tore them apart.
Sure.
But they also struggled a little bit at iBuyPower Masters, so you really don't know what to expect when it comes to this new Cloud9 roster.
It is going to be interesting to see how things shape up. And of course, going up against a Tyloo, who have already been kind of relatively impressed by their opening match. I'm afraid it is escaping me. Who was it again? It was
Vitality.
Game on Inferno. Vitality, that's right, the French, where we got to see some spectacular work from, I think, almost just individual plays coming out, as well as, of course, the absence thereof from Vitality.
Yeah, we praised them, you know, significantly on the desk because historically, they've struggled on the T side, and yes, they did need a lot of clutches, particularly out of Summer, his debut for the team. So he's right back into the thick of things. He's actually statistically the best player on the team, although might not actually be that way in this roster. They're all 5 excellent aimers. So this is going to be a really interesting test for Cloud9, and I don't think they've ever played a team like Tyloo.
Yeah, I mean, Tyloo have a... Well, is that still a story? The story used to be that Tyloo have a very unique style of play. Chinese Counter-Strike. It has this almost disrespectful feel to it. It's not necessarily that they're disrespecting you, but they are going to run at you and they're going to have ridiculously high sense and great crosshair placement. Yeah,
they're just literally not afraid.
Sure.
They're not afraid whether they're down 10-0 or the score is, you know, 14-14. They're going to aggressively peek into you, and they're going to try to challenge you at every step of the way. Now, with Jonta as the coach, actually, I did see a lot of really cool tactics on Inferno. They were throwing down the pit smokes a couple of times. They did a couple B executes, and they were actually willingly contesting in Banana, jumping through the car smoke. So they're doing a lot of cool things and different looks with Jonta at the helm.
There has been an evolution, a real evolution for Tyloo. I mean, I remember, and it wasn't that long ago, that their situation was we'd spend desk segments talking about, just do a default, group up, walk onto a site. That was kind of the Tyloo strat book. We made jokes about it, but there does seem to be more depth being acquired in quite a short space of time at such a prominent event such as the CSGO major here in Katowice. The first IEM major. I mean, that's going to be very, very exciting.
Yes, indeed, actually. I can't wait to actually, you know, get people in the stadium. I mean, Katowice is so insane when that stadium is full.
But we've got so much. I love that I actually saw like the Twitter sphere filling up with missing Counter-Strike. Like, what do I do? There's nothing, like there was no matches listed on HLTV over Christmas. People were lost. And now they've got 3 weeks of Counter-Strike, world-class Counter-Strike, $1 million Counter-Strike. And it starts right here, Cloud9 Tyloo. We're getting into the action. And we'll be seeing how things do shape up. The map, Overpass, Cloud9 starting on the T side, and Tyloo on the defense. Attacker's already taken a little bit of a warning shot.
Yeah, and this could go 2 ways based on Cloud9's buy. They have 2 smoke grenades, which leads me to believe they're going to hit the A-bomb site with a bank smoke and a headshot smoke, although they could easily default back to the B-bomb site and use one for heaven, one for center site.
We'll see what they encounter. Grouped up now towards Underpass and just taking their time. Xcrit's going to be the first port of call, but not quite waiting around long enough to get the info. Backs up.
Yeah, and Bintat is definitely the key player right now on the CT squad. He's the one with the kit, the double flashes. He's rotating between the sites, so he's actually playing a supportive role right now with these flashbangs.
Whether it's indecision or patience, Cloud9 do hit the brakes, waiting for a CT to just overextend that little bit. Automatic playing the waiting game as well. You can see him alongside Flusher. Lingering towards Monster, this trio of Doom now starting to push out towards Underpass and towards Short. The aggression is going to be all at once. Great work from somebody, finds the head of Automatic, and he's pushing Short. This is what we were talking about. Look at this, he's found a way out. But the T's do have control. Rush starting the aggress now. Just has to find the one for the head, but no. Body shots from Rush does the job, does the dirty. Now 3 versus 2, courtesy of Summer.
Oh my goodness, and Summer playing that pit position, getting 2 more. This is just so typical Tyloo right there. Somebody just pushing straight from the sandbag position into Monster. I love the play actually because he spots that info. He knows he can get, minimal people coming through the Monster. It's still crazy what he just did. But I love it because now Cloud9's on the back foot. I mean, that definitely gets in your head.
Round 1, we talked about the aggression of the Chinese Counter-Strike teams, and he goes from short, gets info, charges towards Monster, takes the fight, pursues the fight with half health, and they get themselves the opening round, the defensive pistol for Tyloo, and they'll of course have money on their side. We'll be seeing where things go from there. God, it is still weird seeing Flusher in a Cloud9 jersey. I don't know why. I need to get used to this now.
It is, right, and the in-game leader for Cloud9. Now, what's interesting about Cloud9's strat is they had all these flashbangs on a pistol round they're trying to execute.
Sure.
You can't flash some guy that's this aggressive.
I said half health. Okay, he finished it with half health, then got shot in the booty, but live to fight another day and get themselves that round. And it does sound like we are going to be jumping into that. I say that Bentet is a little too stationary for my liking. I think this will be a timeout.
They should rob the bank.
Yeah. Did you know
the ATM shoots money out?
Damn you with your fun facts. I thought I had something. Then again, you've probably played far too much Counter-Strike to not know that.
Way too much.
Way too much. Zelsis joining the roster. I mean, here's a question. How much do you know about this youngster? Because, I mean, he's been given quite the shot. You get thrown into a big team jersey at a big event for your debut.
Indeed, yeah. When we're watching him at E-League, I noticed he has tons of freedom. So he will be playing towards the B site on CT side. And actually on T side, they have him lurking that B side as well. And he makes a lot of plays. He's not afraid to push through on CT, and he's not afraid to lurk out of Monster all by himself in a round. So he has the freedoms to make those plays. He doesn't typically do it, but he picks really good timings.
He's got the independence. I mean, I guess that's a very nice, easy way to get someone integrated into the roster quick. Say, do what you want, we'll work around you. Now, let's see how this one shapes up. We do see 3 assault rifles, 2 for Massa and the M4 for Summer. Gonna be trying to keep him at arm's reach.
Chad Birchall, not a fan of the FAMAS. Neither am I, actually.
What would you rather have? Anything?
Anything.
Okay. I'll give you the auto shotty.
Yes.
Shots. And a lot of information for Execute. He's going to be backing the hell out of there. He's not interested in taking the close quarter wide P250 and Glock train. Not having any of that. Instead, continues to shoulder peek, and they do start to divert through toilets, potentially starting to rotate towards B. The CTs haven't been fooled just yet. They still have Attacker set up comfortably on B.
And I love that smoke in the bathroom. It's just so unconventional. Typically people smoke the sands to the left. Bentet opts to smoke the bathrooms. He has someone holding his short from the site, so.
And we have combat. It's going to be Bentet and Summer to start drawing blood. We're not expecting too much from Cloud9 here. It should be an open shut case. Flusher at least gets himself a little bit of Skrilla, but I think that's all he'll be getting. Yep, that's the end of that one. Plenty of cash farmed up for round 3.
I think Kiyoshima gets a nice MP9 kill. That's going to be good for the bank. And Kiyoshima is actually a player that has had a massive resurgence since he's come back on this Cloud9 team. And you wonder, why was he not picked up by any team for all of that time? He was, just chilling there in Europe.
He was in limbo. He really was. I mean, he was attending UK LANs for fun. And this is a player who, when you watch play, you can't help but feel he's a pillar of what you would imagine would be French Counter-Strike. But no, kind of left out in the cold during a lot of their roster drama. And now the first buy round. We've got ourselves 5 AKs. Cloud9 do look like they have a plan in mind. Quick Molly going to slow down Zelsis' aggression towards short. I say that, never mind. Smoked off immediately after, and he's out. Control gathered.
This is interesting because Automatic has a smoke prime. I think they're going to smoke both sides of that pillar.
Starting to push it. Somebody, he's going to get the frag as well. Leaps around the corner with a UMP, and that's enough. Trade throw through the wall. Automatic, that's huge. Keeps things level.
Yeah, that was a very important trade. And here we have Kiyoshima and Rush. So that was all a distraction, a huge ruse. They're trying to pull the rotate towards the B site. Now these two players are working up the A bomb site, and they're going to get a 1-on-2. So Execute has to come up big here. Nice
jumping, though. Does get the info and does have that smoke in hand. Should he need it? Excuse me? I need a replay of that if we can get it. Kyo just bops the head off Execute. Jumping for info. He gets a whole lot more than he asked for.
And that's a big pick here, because now Tyloo is spread very thin. They have 3 players alive. Cloud9 gathering around this A bomb site, and Rush looks like he's going to smoke the end of long A, deny all information.
They've got nades for days.
They do. Cloud9 has no one at the B bomb sites.
Nice lineup from Kyo, but punished.
Huge frag by Bentet.
Ballsy Bentet. Again.
And what Tyloo knows now is that they got that frag on short. They know that smoke was end along, so they know multiple people are around the A bomb site right now. They feel this hit coming. They're all by A.
Attacker's looking to do something, but Bentet just keeps fragging. It doesn't matter how much health he's got, down to 15, but he was still finds the head of automatic. Now rush on the aggress towards bank. Gets the balaclava on. He's ready for a rumble, and it's coming. Summer starting to push up in that direction. Flusher in the meantime trying to find a safe after plant position. There's the dual rush was looking for, but it's not gone well initially. Finds it now. Bentet, his wounds from earlier could come back to haunt him if Attacker doesn't find it, but he does, and now 1v2.
This is a very winnable 1-on-2 right now for Flusher.
Yeah,
I know he's in the bathrooms.
Slow and steady, looking to win that race, and he does find Attacker now, just Bentet, no health, and no hope. His back turn, Flusher with the 1v2. Cloud9 find their first.
Yeah, very well played by Flusher right there. A lot of jiggle peeks from that middle bathroom position. You know, once he got that first kill, it was literally impossible for Bentet to win that round.
Yeah, you could see his kind of almost desperation. He's not even looking at Flusher, just looking at the bomb.
Dear God, that shot was incredible.
Oh my God, I ask and I shall receive. Through a smoke, no less. Make it as naughty as possible, Keo, just as we praise him as well. I'm so glad he's got a home here, and I'm so glad he's at the Challenger stage. Intrigued to see if Cloud9 can make it to the Legends. My pick'em says they will. But as we know, pick'em's not necessarily a good indicator. Not gone well for the Swedish so far here today on day one. Katowice, nice work from Extra. Aggression with the Org, not often a combination of words we use, but does find the head.
Yeah, and it looks like all of the opening picks right now are going in Tyloo's favor. This is 4 rounds in a row. This aggression that they're coming with, Cloud9's not ready for it.
See where this one goes then. Bomb well and truly disconnected from the round at the moment. This shows an disinterest in getting that bomb down within the first 30.
Yeah, and you see Zelsis lurking right there in the water position at B. He has the UMP, so he's not going to be doing much for a long time here. Like you said, they're completely spread out. Bomb is all the way back by playground.
Bentet, he's caused such a disruption already. Down to 36, you can see he's just lurking just on the side of Keo's peripheral vision. When he walks past that, it is going to be a test. Keo likely to check it, but then the Execute's there to catch him. This is a little trap, a honey trap set up for Keo. He gets the first, and he's pre-aiming the second. No worries. Quick 2. And now numbers leveled. Weaponry certainly in favor of Cloud9, and they've got plenty of time. Starting to push now. Somebody. He's got so many targets and he's not working initially, but there it is. Finds one. Back of Zelsis, and Summer's going to finish it all off. A HE and a CZ is all he needs. A combination of letters, a combination of frags. 3-1 now for Tyloo.
Yeah, and it looked like Keo's individual player there was enough to maybe bring Cloud9 back in that round. The awareness to hold that angle for that second frag. He just knows that, you know, once he gets that kill in Sands, that someone will peek from the site for that trade. And that's just years of experience waiting for that peek.
Let's see how this one shapes up then. Once again, thrown into a... Oh, these buys. The Julies, Deagle, CZ, and Peanuts left over.
Yeah, we actually saw Flusher get that dually kill against Grey.
That was nonsense.
Jumping through a smoke.
20 bullets, that's what it's about, man. Big clips. Okay, spots one. Bentet's
That's scary.
Yeah, this is the Bentet smoke, I'm telling you now. Smoke it off and hold it. He has got Summer's support for the left-hand side, and that should be enough at least to delay the Cloud9 assault. They don't have the nades to try and force them out of these positions.
Yeah, Cloud9 doesn't seem like they know how to react to these smokes at the A-bombs like that Bentet's throwing. They're not really sure what he's trying to bait them into, and they're just respecting the smokes and playing behind them.
What, so you kind of want to be seeing a bit more of an aggression through that smoke? I mean, naturally that's
Probably not, no, but they don't realize that the Sands area is open completely for taking right there.
Right. It's down to the responsibility of, I think it was Summer who was holding it, Execute at times as well. They do kind of go wide on it upon contact from Bentet. At the moment, though, 50 seconds on the clock and no blood shed. And that's the end of that. Attacker finds automatic lingering towards Monster, but that's not where the bomb's going, and I don't think Tyloo are going to be falling for that. Perhaps starting to push for info now. Bentet back to his corner, and well, back to the drawing board as he gets the tail end of Zelsis CZ. Now pushing on towards the site rush is going to fall, as does the bomb, and this should just be a nice little clean-up. Nothing too scary. Saying that, Zelsis has found himself a second one and a third. AK in his hands, 3 frags to his name, and it will be a contested bomb plant shot from behind. Somebody long-range UMP, no worries, but he makes it costly. Fantastic work from Cloud9's newest.
Yeah, it looked like Cloud9 was a little bit rushed right there. The spacing, no pun intended, the spacing going into the A site was a little bit off. First man way ahead of the group, and the trades just weren't there. I mean, yikes, Cloud9 in a really weird situation right now economically. They're going to have to save again, potentially putting Tyloo on 5-1.
So why buy in the previous?
Well, they did get reset. I feel like they thought, Tyloo's money was in a position
Enough
where...
to be tested?
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe they realized they could scale up the A bomb site really quickly, but that smoke and bathroom is really, deterring their hits.
Seems so simple, yet so powerful and effective. This could be money for Excurit if he can connect the shots. There's a lot of pressure though, and they're all going to hit him. No ammo left. It's somebody that I used to know. I can't stop singing that song whenever I watch a Tyloo game. Now they put me in a casting position. I'm going to have to be very careful.
I really hate that you put that in my head just now. Well, I guess I put Baby Shark in your head. So,
Mommy Shark, Baby Shark. But yes, do you remember Gotcha? Was it him? He was like super famous for that one song. That? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. Killer song. Disappeared after that. Probably enough to live the rest of his life.
Probably so.
Either way, Tyloo 5-1. These guys are not messing around. Cloud9, a team not to be trifled with, and they're missing mollies now. That's a sign that this long day could be getting to them.
And Zelsis again getting that fast water control, putting out the molly, his teammates flashing over for him, so he's entering there, with a little bit of help. I believe that's automatic back there with him. And in the meantime, you can see his teammates are holding back of connector, and then 2 people all the way deep by playground right now.
Fresh magazine for Keo and a bit of a standstill.
Yeah, and part of the benefit of moving slow on overpass like this and holding the playground is some teams might just randomly put one person at the A bomb site, but when you go slow like this, the solo person at the A bomb site has to respect the fact that you could be coming up the other side. For example, if he's holding short, you can come up long.
Right, and Excurit did manage to find some aggression there. First time, not unpunished, but he has lost Bentet, his second arm in the A wing of defense. Now, Cloud9 starting to set their sights on towards B. Nades raining in. Zelsis still just lingering around water. He's had that control for forever, done nothing with it just yet, but this is their time to strike. They've left Rush in a swing position, hoping to catch that CT rotate. In the meantime, Zelsis closer and closer. Attacker, should he put a couple of bullets through that smoke, he'd get a boatload of information. He's dead.
Seems like Tyloo's all over this. They're ready for this B hit right now, and this is the first time Cloud9's going to give them this look.
Yeah, Excurit's out of there as well. Looks like he's rotating towards A. It's going to be Attacker to be tested. Doesn't matter if he can't see. Excurit's going to be doing the work as well. Wow. That was a clinical dissection of an attempt from Cloud9. No worries. Attacker fully blind.
Definitely a little bit of luck with the double kill, but they were ready for that, and that setup was perfect. The utility usage, bogged down Cloud9 yet again. It just seems like every time Cloud9's about to hit a site, a smoke drops.
Right.
And it stalls everything. Tyloo then gets all of the information, and they feel out where Cloud9's coming before they're actually there.
Okay, I'll tell you, I've got a bit of a stupid matchmaking question here. Why are they not doing anything quick? Is that something that you'd be thinking perhaps could destabilize Tyloo? Because at the moment, Cloud9 have given them boatloads of time and a whole lot of signals of where they're going and when. Yeah,
I definitely think, Cloud9 has shown that they can take the short B, the water area very easily and every quickly, round. And I think they should be going further with that, almost picking all the way up by the sandbags, aggressively, putting pressure on Monster, maybe even early Molotoving, the barrel position every round, just to waste a smoke out of Tyloo, because they'll then put that Molotov out. So there's a lot of things they can do. They also haven't been using the HE grenades on the B bomb site, a la Astralis. But there's tons of things right now that Cloud9 could do to counter this playstyle.
And of course, to do those things, you need money. At the moment, Cloud9, they've been in a bit of an abysmal state regarding the economy, something as a Brit I'm all too familiar with. Let's have a look what Excurit's got for us. Flush is playing with the idea. This is an ambitious hold from Tyloo. They are ready for it though. They've got the numbers and the nades. And this should just be another round in the book. So Tyloo, we have to just focus on how good they've come into Katowice. This isn't, clearly their result was not simply the French playing bad, because they're making Cloud9 work to have a single penny in the bank. Oof, Sal shut up for a minute because Rush puts a bullet into the brain of Excurit. His slow walk up long pays dividends, and now there's an AWP on the floor on site. Will this be the catalyst to anything We're about to find out. Bentet lines up the shot with the AUG, and he's taking names. 2 down already. Flusher, Keo, Zelsys, dog tags in his pocket, and it'll just be somebody to finish that one off. 7-1.
Yeah, and I had my doubts. Honestly, when Tyloo picked up this lineup, I thought, wow, all these players are so skilled, but who's their support player? Typically, that was Captain Mo in the past. They don't need it because they're just blowing out their opponents in these rounds. There's no support necessary. They're getting opening picks left and right. I think this was actually the very first round that Cloud9 got an opening pick where Rush came through long A.
Yeah, that was a nice little stroll from him. But finally, full weapons, full nades. It's time for Cloud9 to bring the fire, bring the resistance. Let's see how they choose to do so.
Yeah, it looks like
something.
They're lining up a Heaven Smoke deep right now, and that's just going to try to draw utility out of Tyloo at that B bomb site. Perhaps Cloud9 wants to do a late B hit here. And yeah, see, they're knowing they can take all this ground for free early round, and that's what they're doing. That's a headshot smoke. That's trying to draw rotate to the A bomb site, so that way there's 3 people A, and they can get a 5-on-2 B right now.
Now somebody, for the first time, has gone for something different. Fully aggression towards short. This is normally Zelsys' area of expertise, and now a pressure, a bit quicker one coming out from Cloud9. Will attack and get the double. He does it again. Bombs loose, but the automatic does trade. Somebody starts to show his presence towards short and again pints it in. Just 2 remain. Automatic and Flusher up against 4 of Tyloo. That's nice aggression from automatic. Tags, no frags. Gets Flusher working though and finds somebody from behind. And now left 60 seconds to find 3.
I love this aggression we're seeing at a time. The second they get a kill, it's W. They're looking for more. Yeah. They smell blood.
Just hold it down and charge somebody. He's been doing it all game. First round, no less.
Yep.
And just keeps taking names and taking ground. Bomb is loose and Flush is running out of time and option. Smoke down on Monster is going to leave him staring at the grey abyss. Does start to fade though.
Yeah, and like you said, his time is running really low. That bomb is down in a really impossible spot.
Yeah, and Benta had the hold all too comfortable. He finds the frag on Monster. Flusher down, and round 8 now for Tyloo. Taking a look at the scoreboard as well real quick, we have not got much in the way of frags. Looking at ADR as well, you can see Zelsys and Automatic haven't broken 40 just yet. Rush, Automatic, oh, that got confusing. Hang on a second, it was flipped. Okay, Keo, of course, is leading the way with only 5 frags, but you can see that those assists are attached to his ADR. 92, still contributing comfortably for his team, but nothing really in the rounds. 1 so far for Cloud9, and that's their 3rd timeout already. We are 9 rounds in, that can't be right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cloud9 is looking for answers right now. I thought they ran an excellent strat just now. It's kind of a play of something Astralis likes doing a lot, drawing that 3rd man to the A bomb site, hitting B. But the setup out of Tyloo, again, is just such a perfect counter. Attacker, dropping off of the monster when he hears that flash, taking an off angle and getting both of those kills. At that point, you just knew somebody was going to lock down the
3 of 4 remaining.
Yes.
3 of 4 remaining. That makes more sense in my head. Yep, okay, cool. The dots make sense. They said it's idiot-proof, and then I got on the casting desk. My bad. A Galil for Zelsys, the only compromise they're going to have to make. And it's time to see Cloud9 as they venture into double digits. It is round 10. See how this best of 1 continues to shape up. A spectacular defense so far from the Chinese roster. I need to be careful, actually. Not just Chinese, of course. Let's not forget we do have Bentet and Excurate from Indonesia there as well. Different languages.
They are still speaking in English.
Yeah, it's a bit of a combo deal, I think.
Don't jump when Kiyoshima's around.
God, he's done it twice now. Beheads somebody as he jumps for info towards short.
It looks like Cloud9's switching it up by running it more of an A-heavy default here. Zelsys is still aggressively lurking in that water position, but you see Automatic now shift to the A side.
Attacker putting in some bullets. This is the aggression. He's just not afraid to take fights on short. He did the same thing with the UMP a couple of rounds ago, and now doing it with the AUG. Excurate trying to find the gap on the edge of the smoke. Rattles off a shot, but Flusher exchanges fire and brings him down to 49. Does find cover on the site, but there it is. Bullet straight back into the smoke. Excurate after finding ground, and now look at this. This is the aggression you're talking about. Bentet. Oh no, he might be playing around a Rosie here. Catches Keo, but I don't know if he's going to be expecting a player behind him. Rush finds the trade. 3v3 now. Bomb loose, and they haven't committed too much. 1 smoke and 2 flashes remain for Cloud9 and 40 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and Automatic coming up long A right now is the key player in the round. If he gets this frag, the A side is open.
That's 1. Summer down, but the A side's not quite open yet. 1 more.
Oh,
they're putting the bomb. He heard it just in time, but no, caught in rotation. Fantastic decision making. Rush finds the frag. Zelsys finds the plant. And Excurate finds himself in a sticky situation.
Yeah, nothing really to worry about if you're Tyloo. You can afford to lose these rounds. You've built an economy. You can take a loss or two at this point. Honestly, Cloud9 did a really good job of abusing the mid-game right there on Tyloo, forcing rotations all around the map. Tyloo never really had any idea, what site Cloud9 was going to end at. And I don't think Cloud9 did either, but they had really good on-the-fly calls.
Yeah, he's just going to be saving this one. He's going to get pressured though, and that's no worries. Automatic down. He's been lingering there for a while. Nothing to write home about just yet, but Cloud9 find their second. It's a necessary round. I mean, if they want to be making a dent in this round, or rather in this map, excuse me, let's not forget that this is a winner's match.
So they weren't jump spotting. I missed that.
What was that? It can't have been a
Yeah, they were head stacked on the sandbag position.
Okay, it wasn't even a jump.
Did a really good job clearing it.
I thought he came through short as well, but then I saw Zelsis there. It was actually through under and a very early open underpass door. 6 frags to his name.
And Cloud9 has had, I think, a couple of opening frags, but that might have been the only one on a gun round that I can recall.
I can't remember anything else.
So they're I believe they're 1-for-1 on gun rounds with opening frags now, so obviously that's definitely a key factor for them.
Keep that in mind. Double AWPs coming out this time. Summer and Excurate pulling them out, and the 3 AWPs. There's scopes everywhere. 5 scopes. Let's see how far it gets them.
So meta.
Bring in all of the zooms. And Excurate's getting shots in his bottom. And I'm not talking about immunization. Yeah, right, I've lost the plot. It was only 9 rounds, so I knew it was going to happen. Okay. Let's have a look. Excurate did manage to stick around, and that's going to be crucial to this hold. They're considering something towards B. The bomb certainly is in that direction. Flush is just holding Monster at the moment. Are they trying to draw something out of Tyloo here?
Automatic's prodding that A long position. I believe he just got spotted because we see our number 9 player Summer backing off into the site. And now is when you see Kiyoshima and Automatic make that progress up A, force the rotation towards A. It's clear that Cloud9's end game here is B. And oh my goodness,
that landed right in his jockstrap.
Yes.
Down to 45. Excurate in the meantime finds Zelsis. And now it's a question of where those CTs are going. It doesn't look like they're thinking about it. Keo continuing to poke and prod, but that smoke has delayed his project, and now just 30 seconds left. He's trying to draw more out of them. The bomb's on its way there too. This is no longer a fake. This is just a bloodbath. Bentek got 3 with the AWP. Quick succession, and just any plans that Cloud9 have had just been thrown in the rubbish bin. Somebody will wrap it all up. 9-2 now. Bentek getting plenty of pats on the back for that one.
Indeed, yeah. I think the key play right there has to be Summer throwing that flashbang from the site. Teamwork coming out of Tyloo, you love to see that. Their utility usage continues to impress me this entire game.
Jonta is going to be proud, yeah.
Jonta has to be extremely proud of this. This is a new Tyloo.
2 of the 3 of them doing the flashbang dance. Solid work from Summer.
Jordan would be proud.
He certainly would. We see him every advert break nowadays.
We do. We have been seeing him a lot.
How times have changed.
Yeah.
You're on the casting desk. Jordan's raising a trophy into dubstep. It's
going to be weird when he's playing and in the commercial?
I think that's going to be... I think we have that already. I'm pretty sure we get like Fallen looking all smoldery with a headset on. Oof. Close shot from Excurate doesn't connect. Pressure on long, and he does manage to thrive with it. Once again connects onto Zelsis. I think he's found his nemesis in the server today. But it is, of course, at that relatively full buy. An SMG picked up by somebody deliberately aware of that absent Kevlar, looking to slay. Bentek down the side, caught flash, and that's going to be an AUG on the floor. This could get bad fast if Excurate doesn't move quickly. He's in a terrible position if they start going wide. There's no one to support him. He finds one and now escapes through the smoke. Oh, and another one! It's collateral! It's a massacre!
Oh my goodness, and that's an ace, I believe, coming out of Excurate. Yeah, it is, because he got that initial kill at long A. Oh my god, the double. They're just styling on him.
He's not supposed to... When an AWP's on it alone on a site and you've got pistols charging them, that's supposed to be awkward. He made that look so easy.
He did, and he actually didn't know there was no one long A. That's why he's playing around that smoke. He didn't want to push through it because he didn't know if there's someone on the other side of it.
Sure.
So all of that is, he's doing all of this while juggling the fact that, he could get flanked at any second.
Uses the smoke to dip out for the bolt, finds the collateral, whips out the deagle, and finds Keo's head as well. Wow, spectacular work from the Tyloo AWPer from Indonesia, and the catalyst to a lot of their success.
Yeah, and that puts him at 15-4. We have somebody at 13-5, Bint at 13-8. X-Grid 130 damage around Benta at 114.
Yeah.
Everyone from Tyloo showing up right now.
Everybody delivering when they should and when it matters. Tyloo. They picked up 1 win already versus Vitality on Inferno. Now they're map pool tested on Overpass. And so far, so good. Not forgetting this is the CT side. One would expect perhaps a slight advantage in favor of Tyloo, given Cloud9's roster hasn't been together for too long to have that deep, scary Astralis T-side Overpass. Not quite there yet, but still got the individuals to back it up. Just so far, 3 flashes and a smoke is all they've got to work with. And Bentet, look at these Aggie angles. He's going to have to flank on them, but I think it's too quick. This is going to be good for Cloud9. It's all down to Attacker. He's getting pushed from both sides. Somebody's making it work, though, but traded by Rush. Now 2v2. And Bentet's got the flank. No, he hasn't. Automatic quick swing. Catches him through the wall, and it's all on Excurate. He was such a hero last round, but now they've got rifles. And now they have after-plant positions. He's not expecting them on the left. This should just be over. Yep, Rush. Great round from him. 3. And he does recover potentially. Yeah, okay, they've already got an AWP. Nice and easy. An AK and an AWP coming out of that one. They needed that.
Yeah, indeed. And that's what I wanted to see out of Cloud9 earlier, just contesting that sandbag position. They've been getting water control every single round, but they need to take it a step further. They need to push the issue. But I'd like to point out, I love Tyloo's setup there. I don't think I've ever seen a team blow up the door and then have someone sit on the stairs like that, because as a T, then you end up in a weird scenario where you're more concerned about water than you are about the person on the stairs. And if they would have come up towards Bentet right there, he definitely would have gotten a double
I see
kill.
what you mean. Yeah. I mean, unorthodox and Tyloo are often found in the same sentence when talking about the counter. No exception, despite Jonta's arrival. Trying to give them a little bit more depth, and there certainly hasn't even really been tested just yet from Cloud9, but the setups are keeping a smile on Sean Gare's face after a long day, and that means something.
Yes, it does. But
they're blowing up doors. Sean's happy.
This is an extremely important round right here for Cloud9, because if they lose this, they will have no money for that last round. So you can see this slow siege coming into the A bomb site. Again, they leave Zelsis to maintain control of that water position. And they're just trying to get this pick. Oh my goodness, that was filthy.
Patience from Automatic. No double zoom needed. Just catches Bentet on the jump peak. That was the first time he showed face. And it was, well, removed from his skull. Nice work from Excurate to find 1 in that situation, but pressured by Keo and Rush. And that's toilet control now foregone in favor of Cloud9. Numbers as well, 4-3. Excuse me while I make a ruckus. There we go. And now starting to regroup. Who is that waiting on the B side? It'll be Summer and Attacker. This has been this deadly duo. I mean, if I was listing the sites, you've got Excurate and Bentet, just comfortably dedicated towards toilets, and these two constantly keeping the B site safe. They do it again. Combo deal onto Zelsis. Now 3v3, but the push is coming in. Attacker, he knows they're coming from short. It's all too obvious, and the Orgs just fill up the kill feed. 11 now for Tyloo. Smile starting to creep on their face. They know this is just the first half, but every win is a step closer to the Legend stage. Not forgetting it is just 3 to get that lock in. They did it before in London. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, and earlier when I was crediting everyone on the Tyloo team, they all had so many kills, but Attacker was a little bit lagging behind. But I said everyone on Tyloo was having a good game because every time Cloud9 tries to hit that B bomb site late, Attacker is multi-fragging them.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, when you feel like you can't hit the B bomb site on Overpass late round, you start to feel very one-dimensional, and you don't know what to do at that point.
He's getting a little too confident now. Bentet just charges up, shooting from the hip, and he is going. Oof, nice precision. Not sure why that wasn't a kill. Must have gone through the floorboards. Still finds it though onto Keo as he's holding this one down. No bullets in the Org. His teammate Excurate could finish the job for him. Never mind, he's got a USP. Bentet's playing deathmatch. 4 frags. Admittedly, an absence of weaponry really for Cloud9. A bit of Kevlar for Flusher and the Desert Eagle. Looking for precise shots and finds the elbow of Excurate down to 40.
Give us the ace.
It's not to be. Excurate will finish that one off, and the half ends 12-3. A CT side to remember from the Chinese here in this best of 1. And Cloud9, they are looking to turn things around. This pistol round means a whole lot for the North Americans.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys noticed, boys and girls, but Bentet had those 4 frags. He could have hunted for that ace. He played super smart right there.
Yeah, exceptional work from Tyloo. We'll see how that second half plays out. I just want to watch this one again from Excurate. Naughty stuff. We're taking a break. When we come back, the second half. It's time to see if Cloud9 can bounce back. A lackluster first half from the North Americans puts them in dire straits coming into their defense after Tyloo putting up a spectacular display, 12 on their CT side here on Overpass. It is still day one of the IEM Katowice Major. And we are waiting to see exactly how 2019 will start in the world of Counter-Strike. So far, we're learning that China and CSGO to Asia is becoming all too real.
Our Chinese overlords are here, Alex.
Well, they certainly
Vici
have had a
and
good
Tyloo.
start. Vici took a big feather out of Flusher's, oh, excuse me, let me try again, Fnatic's cap, and Flusher, ex-Fnatic, now getting a taste of exactly what Tyloo are capable of. There we go, sentence finished. Let's see how this one shapes up. Aggression towards long from both sides, and Attacker's already found one. It's not gone well. Attacker on the attack. And now USP scavenged away for two of them as well. They're going to look into perhaps slow things down just a little bit. Bomb by no means committing anywhere on that attack. So that was an interesting split there, yes. Sean. Is that you think that's pre-planned? That's send three to long and linger?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they were just trying to push back the A bomb site. Like I said, make sure two minimum people are playing the A bomb site. They were probably going to cut back through the bathrooms anyway and go towards B. But getting two frags, that's such a bonus, obviously. And now they're getting ready for this monster hit. That's a heaven smoke on the way. They also have a second smoke and a Molotov, which will probably lock the CTs out of the site, but a quick sandbag flank could be coming.
There's the Molotov. It's going to be clearing out barrels. And you can see Keo, he's got to hit some shots here. They've already crossed. Oh, that's one, though, onto somebody. A quick click. First contact, and it's bloodshed. 4-4 now. Excuse me, 4-3. It's just Flusher, Rush, and Keo make it just Keo and Flusher. He's deleted on the short push, and now they do look completely locked out of this site. What can you do about this? Nothing. I think Skirit's going to ensure that as he catches Keo towards Graffiti, and now, oof, good damage from Flusher, but nothing more. He knows time is against him. Starts his descent.
Very difficult 1-on-3 for Flusher to win right now. No kit. He's getting flanked all over the place. Oh. And yeah, I love seeing, just a small note, that kill that Skirit got when he was in the pit, when the CT was by Graffiti. His awareness to duck through that angle and get up close, change his angle. There's just so many little things that these pro players do, and that's one of them.
Just awareness of their opponent's perspective. I think that's something that comes very late in your game mechanic development. Just fully understanding what they can see and what they can't, how your model will appear. All of those considerations come very way, at the end of the timeline of player development, and they fully have got a grasp of all of it. Now, 13-3, we are seeing those SMGs come out. They just want to murder them. Nothing really invested from Cloud9, just a HE at the moment. Flashman Bentet could aid his teammate in his hard work. At the moment, they're just pocketing cash. $600 raining in from every angle. That's 3 for somebody. He's going to have cash for days. 18 frags as well. I've got frags for days. 3 of them now, closing in on 20 frags. And we are only into the second round of the second half.
Tyloo is not afraid of anything. That's what I've learned from watching this match is even on that pistol round, they spotted those CTs pushing long, and they were not leaving
animals,
A before those CTs were dead.
Yeah, they are just a pack. They're like wolves. As soon as one of them's in combat, there's 2 more coming out, 2 different angles. One's running behind you. Oh, it's currently an agonizing experience for Cloud9. They're walking through Molotovs. It just tickles the toes of one, but somebody is going to punish Automatic's aggression. He tries to go for the quick peek towards Fountain and is punished accordingly. Solid spray control from somebody, and now Flusher starting to back away. He's regretting that aggression. He's being punished for it, down to just 12 HP as he scarpers towards toilets, and it's the Mach 10 of Attacker. This is the wolf pack. This is what I'm saying.
They have all the answers, Alex. This is
3
incredible.
seconds ago, he was alone firing shots through a smoke. Then suddenly there's 3 Ts pushing him from every angle. Oh.
Yeah, and you can see the tilt coming through Automatic. Typically, Cloud9's star player sitting right now at 6 and 17. This is a shockingly bad performance from him, but honestly, it's not even him. It's Tyloo. They're opening up all these rounds and making things so difficult for Cloud9.
Is this one of those games where if there was a loser interview, they'd say they didn't let us play CS?
Yeah.
I hear teams say that, and I feel like this is a pretty damn good example of that. Nice work, though. Summer gets 1 on the entry. Rush did cut them down to size, but it is just going to be Zelsis and Keo now.
And this bomb is going down. That Molotov is going to push Kiyoshima wide.
God, they are running out of options. They're running out of rounds, and they're running out of time. No kit present here. They're just surely hoping to get just a couple of frags, just a free way into the round. Now Keo starts his aggression. They have made their presence known, and it's easy for Accurate. Wow. Accurate is the Indonesian. Incredible work. 15 now for Tyloo.
There's so many things that they're doing right now that I'm just incredibly impressed with.
Okay, let's start a list. Let's do it.
Yeah, because when they were coming out of Monster just now, right, that first guy was so far ahead, but he's just far enough ahead where the 2 players behind him are going to trade the kill no matter what, and their spacing is in such a way where they're not going to get double killed. In that first half, we saw Cloud9 get double killed frequently. So you can see the spacing difference coming through the Monster Tunnel, and I honestly think that's something Jonta probably brought to the team because I didn't typically see that out of Tyloo in the past.
And this is it, the last stand. It's nothing but an MP9, a Scout, and a couple more SMGs sprinkled in for good measure. And let's see if they can hold this Tyloo assault. Does look like they're setting the heart on B, at least starting to test them. Smoke does get deployed. Somebody starts to rattle off some shots, making his presence known. Flash doesn't catch Zelsis. He has to do something here, but the second one gets him. He's doing the dance. Can't do anything. And already control starting to be relinquished. Now Rush. He has to get more than 1 hit, but hello, Excurate appears from behind. They are just a rash on the bomb site. They're everywhere. 2 versus 2 as the dust and the smoke start to settle. There is Attacker, though, as he peeks from short. Flusher unable to do it, ill-equipped for it, and the round's already over. I can't finish a sentence. Tyloo, 16, Cloud9, 3. Exceptional work, and Cloud9 humbled by the Chinese squad. 2-0, 1 away. I mean, how's your pickups looking, Sean? You got them as a 3-0?
Those are dominant performances from Tyloo. 16-8 against Vitality. A lot of people had them advancing through. So many people had Cloud9 going 3-0 in this challenger stage, and they get 16-3'd by Tyloo.
16-3 on Overpass. I mean, this, admittedly, one of Tyloo's more played maps,
Well, actually, no. Historically, we only saw Tyloo play, you know, Mirage, Inferno, and Cash. This is
a
Tyloo
recent thing, then.
Yeah. They recently added Overpass into their map pool. Obviously, they hadn't yet played it on LAN with this lineup, but oh my goodness. People are going to be terrified to play Tyloo on Overpass now.
Their CT side, I mean, so an interesting tweet did pop up on the ticker. It was saying that their CT holds are powerful, but look a little flashbang fragile. Absolutely a very valid and interesting point. I'd be intrigued to see what happens when they're put up against a team that's looked at their Overpass with a bit more of a magnifying glass. But great work, and impressive stuff all the same.
And you can see they're so happy about it. I mean,
I would be 2-0 day 1.
They must be confident, but at the same time, you know, you never expect to beat potentially the best team in the challenger stage 16-3.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I'm going to be honest, I think Cloud9 might have been my 3-0 pick. I'm looking a bit of a mug now. But it was an exceptional game for Tyloo and Tyloo fans. This was a pleasure, and we're going to be back, me and Sean, bringing you the last game of the day after the break.